By the way, I intend to pass on to all of the people that I'm quoting the fact that I'm shamelessly doing so, but I'm attributing it to them, so their words of wisdom I think are understandably well received by this group, and you can tell a common theme of all of this, and the theme of all of this goes back to the founding of Justice Southbury. I'm just going to take a minute to talk about that because we have many here who either here for the first time or haven't been here in quite a while. So let me just tell you a little bit about Justice Southbury. 233 weeks ago, apparently, was the Sunday after George Floyd was murdered, and fairly impromptu, 190 people showed up on this corner out here. To say enough. We're not going to be a part of that. We are going to be a part of resistance to a world in which a cop can kneel on a man's neck long enough to kill him, and for that not to trigger a national outrage. It wasn't intended to be anything other than a rally, but it was a wonderful rally, and people said, let's do it again, and we showed up the next week, and we did it again. And someone said, that's a really good thing that's going on, do it again, and we did it again. And here we are 233 weeks later. So that's where it started. Thanks. We realized early on that Justice Southbury couldn't just be sort of an anger outlet. And in a white, red-ish town like Southbury, it couldn't just be us yelling at cars that you needed to remember and say certain names. It had to be broader than that if it was going to be effective, if we were going to have a persuasive voice. So the logo you see on my sweatshirt that several of you have on was chosen for a reason. It is a heart because of love your neighbor. You'll notice love your neighbor is in red, white, and blue because it's not a religious message. We've always thought of it as a foundational values message. And when I talk to people who oppose what we're doing, I always say, well, look, I start there. I start with love your neighbor. You tell me where you start, and let's see where we get. Our logo has a brown and white hand clasping, shaking hands, and has a rainbow flag. And that doesn't mean that that's all that we are for, because we've had Women's History Month rallies, and we've had Hispanic Heritage rallies, and we have basically been here for those who are treated poorly. Our vision is a more fair and kind community for all, and we chose that statement carefully. We said more because we're not saying this is an unfair, unkind place. Look around you. This is a fair and kind group. There are thousands of fair and kind people in Southbury, but there are many in our community and around the country who we would consider at least as not being fair and not being kind. So we would like this community to be more of that, more good. Fair in every sense of the word, kind in every sense of the word. It's a community. We recognize the strength of a community, and it's a community for all. When we say all, we mean all. When cars go by and say all lives matter, we shout out equally. So this group is not partisan. It is not religious. It is made up of people who maybe in this political party or that political party or no political party, they may be part of religion, they may be part of no religion. The common theme here is that we gather together to talk about trying to make our little patch of the world a better place. So that's what Justice Southbury is about, and thank you for coming and being a part of it. And of course, you're all welcome to continue to do so, because there will be a week 234.